Welcome to the next level.
Hey everyone, this is 8-Bit Flashback, and we got some Super Nintendo Classic Edition clones that are now popping up on eBay and Aliexpress. Let's go ahead and take a closer look. So here's an ad for a clone up on eBay right now for $29 from China. So the ad's titled Mini HDMI 400 Games Console. 400 games and it's HDMI for only 29 bucks? I'm all in. But after reading further, I discovered it's not what I thought. So from everything I can see in the pictures and the rest of the description in the ad, it's AV, not HDMI. And the 400 games, and this is a big end, all seem to be 8-bit games. So all this is an NES clone with a Super Nintendo case. It does look cool, but if you're looking for a Super Nintendo clone and it doesn't have Super Nintendo games, that's a huge problem. So here's a look at the game list, and from what I can see, these are all 8-bit games. And I have to be honest, if this had 400 Super Nintendo games, I would have already ordered it and it'd be on its way to my door. And I already have the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. And I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like these clones, they can't stand them, they think they're bad for the market, but this is Nintendo's own fault. If they would just create enough consoles for the demand, then everyone would be happy. But instead what they're doing is creating this huge hype machine by creating just a limited amount of consoles so everyone has a desire to have one because they can't get one. It's the want what I can't have effect. So there's multiple people on eBay selling the same console, but the cheapest in the US I found so far is about 50 bucks. But I expect the market's going to start flooding with these clones, and these are going to get cheaper and cheaper. But for myself, I'm going to hold off on purchasing one until it has HDMI and Super Nintendo games. So I did quite a bit of searching already, and I did come across one that is HDMI, and it's the European version. But it also has 8-bit games, no actual Super Nintendo games. And this is $110. That's way too much for a clone, especially since it doesn't have Super Nintendo games. You can also find these consoles on Aliexpress. I'll post a link for both eBay and Ali where you can find these. So here's that same console we were just looking at, but this one's only 50 bucks, but it's from China, so it's going to take quite a bit longer to get here. And here's an up-close look at the game list, and as you can see here, I don't see any 16-bit games. These all seem to be 8-bit games. I'm actually incredibly surprised that they're not including Super Nintendo games with these. If they did, these would probably sell out really fast. So for me, the only reason I'd buy this is just for the case. I'd have to replace the guts and put probably a Raspberry Pi 3 inside of it. But $50 is just too much for a case. If these drop to $20, $25, I might go ahead and buy one just so I have a European case. But other than that, I'm out. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. If you liked that video, please click that like button. And if you want to hear more from me, please subscribe. And if you want to see more of my videos, just click any of these links.